Now I thought today I'd make up a nice, quick and simple snack. What we're going to be making is cheese on toast. So for making this cheese on toast, I'm just going to go through the ingredients I'm going to use. Now for the bread, I've got an uncut loaf of bread. Try and get yourself a really tasty one because it is one of the main ingredients in cheese on toast. Now the reason I've got uncut is because I want to chop nice thick slices of bread. So you've got a nice chunky base. Obviously, you know, if you want to crack on and all you've got is a sort of sliced up bread out of a packet, go and use that. But obviously it's not going to be quite as nice as if you can get a really tasty uncut loaf of bread. Cheese. Now I'm going to use cheddar cheese because I find that really works well with cheese on toast. It melts and it's bubbling away and it gets a little bit of colour. The one I'm using is mature cheddar, which I really like on cheese on toast. But otherwise you can get a mild cheddar. If you've got different cheese, maybe one that you would use on your pizza that melts and bubbles away, go and use that. Lee Perry's Worcestershire sauce. Now I'm going to add a little splash of that over the cheese because I think it just really gives this cheese on toast a wonderful flavour. The only other thing I'm going to use is a tomato. Just going to slice that down, add a little bit of that on top of the cheese, and then it all goes under the grill, the broiler, and it just looks wonderful and it tastes scrummy. So go and make yourself cheese on toast. So now we've gone through the ingredients. Now what I'm going to do is just slice up my bread and I'm going to grate my cheese, slice the tomatoes, get it all ready, switch the grill on, get this cooking. So I've got everything prepared. Now I've got my bread nice and chunky and it's on a baking tray because what we're going to do is to put that under the grill, the broiler, and we're just going to toast one side of it. So switch your grill on, toast one side, flip them over, and then we start putting all the cheesy mixture on top. So I'm just going to place the bread under the grill. Say it's roughly about a medium heat. Now what I would say is just stand there and keep an eye on it. That way it won't burn. So open the door, make sure it's just nicely toasted, and then we can pull it out, flip them over, put the cheese on there. Right, I've had mine in there just less than 2 minutes. Look at that. You've got to be quick. Don't walk away, otherwise it's all going to be a disaster. But that is nicely toasted. So put those on the table, flip the bread over, and start putting the rest of the ingredients on there. Like that. And we're not going to put any butter or anything like that on it. Just leave it as it is. And what I'm going to do is put the cheese on. So you can put as little or as much cheese you like. I like to put enough that it's pretty much covered, and that way it stops the edges burning so easily. So try and spread it out, get it all nicely covered. Oh yeah. So I'll just carry on and do the last one as well. Next of all, going to use the Worcestershire sauce. What I'd say, just put a bit of a splash on it. Don't go overboard because it has got a fairly strong flavour. That'll do us. Then we've got tomato, if you're going to be using that. You don't have to, but I'm just going to put a couple of slices in there. Lovely jubbly. I'll put them there as well. Oh yeah. There you go. Might use that last bit. Now, because I'm using the tomato, I'm also just going to use just a little pinch of salt on those. Like that. And there you are. We can place those back under the grill. Let's say about a medium heat. And, you know, just let it until it's all bubbling away the cheese and it'll be tasty and we can take it out and eat some. So let's place it back under the grill. Now I've had the cheese mixture cooking for about 5 minutes. I'm just going to pour mine out because I don't want it to get burned. Just around the edges where there's no cheese. It does tend to brown a little bit, but look at that cheese. Looks wonderful on top. Let's put it on the table and try some. Now I've got myself a plate. I kind of fancy this little bit here in the middle. Oh, look at this. Nice thick bit of bread. Just, you know, that is just ready to eat. You could eat that with your hands. I've popped mine on a plate because I'm just going to use a knife and fork and chop it in half. Now I'm just going to cut this in half. I'm going to go diagonally today. Oh yeah. Now once you've got it like that, obviously, you know, you can pick it up and eat it like that, which is what I'm going to do. So let me try some of that. That is really nice and cheesy. That cheese, that mature cheddar, that is scrummy. Nice and soft and melted. And with that Worcester sauce, it just has such a lovely flavour to it. And obviously, you know, I've got the tomatoes there. It's up to you whether you want to put those on. But that is a really simple, delicious snack. I mean, it was 5 or 6 minutes under the grill and it's all done. So, you know, if you want a nice, quick, simple, delicious tasting cheese on toast, give this one a go. I mean, obviously, you know, with your cheese on toast, you can play about with it and add other ingredients. I mean, sometimes people put a little bit on the bread before they put the cheese. You could put a bit of mustard, or you could put Marmite, Vegemite, you know, tomato ketchup, whatever you like. And then on top, once it's all cooked, I mean, you can have a bit of Branston pickle with that, or, you know, it's up to you. Go and mix and match, bit of ketchup, whatever you fancy. But I like this nice and simple as it is. So, just gonna have another bit. Oh, really nice with a tomato. Thanks for watching my videos. I'll see you on the next one. The Original Naked Chef.